welcome to DM Astrology. Today we are going to see how to get maximum gain and desire fulfillment. A very beautiful house is made for both the purpose, what is the maximum gain one can get and how to fulfill the desire. Now we all know the 11th house. A very beautiful house is created as the 11th house. That is also called neutral house, where all the planets get neutral. Here the positive planet, which are the planets gives the maximum good result, is Rahu, Sun and Mercury. Those having the Rahu, Sun and Mercury in the 11th house are very powerful in their house, because that fulfill the desire faster and gives the maximum gain. Negative planet, the planet which should not be there in 11th house, is the highest is a Venus. Venus is not considered good in the 11th house. With that Ketu and Jupiter, because Jupiter is a Karak of that house, so it should also not be there. Those having Venus, Ketu or Jupiter, their maximum gain restricted and their many desire are not been fulfilled. And the average planet are Moon, Mars and Saturn. They are neutral, they don't give much benefit, also they are not so keen to give this. So it is like being in the averages. So we will talk about the positive and negative planet whose are in the 11th house, from which we gain. Now we will consider all the houses, how it will be going to give you a good result. Now first house, if first house and 11th house interchange, or there is a first house is a own desire fulfillment. We all know the first house from first 11th is a desire fulfillment. From second house it is 10th house, so it is Kendra from second house. So wealth generation will become easy, because second is a wealth, 11th is a gain. So that is always good combination. Third house and 9th house have a combination we call as a desire fulfillment. From third house it is 9th house, that is why it's a destiny for whatever you do as a work. So whatever the courage, whatever the siblings result, that all destiny lies in the 11th house, that is a 9th from it. For 4th house, this is not a good house, because 4th house is a house of comfort. When you are under the house of comfort, it is not considered good that desire fulfillment, because when you are in the comfort zone, you don't have any desire. So that is why there is no desire. For 5th house, it's a very important, those who are connected with you in the 5th house from past house, that's a exact mirror image you can see. You able to meet them or not, that is all maximum gain and desire fulfillment will be there. For 6th house it is 6. So all the negativity of a 6th house diluted when 6th house to 6th house. That is why we call enemy's enemy is our friend. So that is why 11th is a friend house, because it is enemy's enemy. For 7th house it is a very good house. If there is a 7th and 5 from 7th house, it is a 5th house, so it is a past life deeds of the spouse. So that way also it is very important that whether your desire will fulfill, simultaneously your spouse past deed will also activate. For 8th house, it is a 4th, it is again the Kendra. So if you have a fear, you will never fulfill your desire. So it is always continuation, and life expectancy is also being gained by 8-4 combination. From 9th house it is 3rd, and also it is called 11th is a 9th house. We always consider 11th is a 9th. So for 9th house also it is 3rd, so you have to put the efforts, because 3rd is a Upchaya. So to increase your luck, it is the 3rd. For 10th house it is 2nd house. So whatever the work you do, karma you do, it's immediately paid by 11th house. That is why it is called, that is a Dhanasthana from Karmasthana. For 11th house, it is mainly a 11th house, that is a desire fulfillment. And for 12th, it is 12. The 11th house is a 12 to 12, that is why loss to loss is gain. So that we all apply the Bhavartha Bhavam rule, and we have seen that how the important is the 11th house from every house. Only from 4th house it is not considered good, rest all the houses are connected well with the 11th house. Now we see, if you have a combination of two planets of with the 11th house, what will be the result? If there is a yuti of first house and 11th house, it will give you social gain and it is a gainful for yourself. So first house and 11th house having the same, if they both the lord are sitting same or interchanging of a first house and 11th house, that will create the social gain. From second house, if there is a combination of second house and 11th house, if you have a second house and 11th house interchange or seated together, then it will be always a monetary gain, as well as your family members always will be helpful for you and those who will fulfill your desire. If there is third house and 11th house interchange or they both planets seated together, if the third lord and 11th lord are seated together, then it will be a desire fulfillment. That is pure, you have a lot of a desire, and all the desire or whatever the courage you will do, that will all will get fulfilled. See, in the Aquarius ascendant, your second lord is Jupiter and your 11th house lord is also Jupiter. So that beautiful it is. They have a wealth also and desire fulfillment, both will be simultaneously. Same like in Leo ascendant also happens, that 11th lord is Mercury and second lord is also Mercury. So that is desire fulfillment will become easy. So that is two ascendant get the extra benefit. 4th house and 11th house have an interchange, parivartana, or both the lords seated together, that will be education and pleasure gain. So whatever education you will take, you will get ultimate pleasure from your education, as well as you will be having all kind of a pleasure in your life. 5th house and 11th house are seated together. If they are creating yuti or interchange, parivartana, then that is also very good for speculation and love affair gain is there. Your friends turn into your lover and you will get good result from them. So 5-11 yuti, prati yuti or interchange also gives a very good result. 6th house and 11th house parivartana, yuti, prati yuti also will be good in the job. In job you will get a highest promotion, very fast promotion you will go, and your enemy will turn into the friend. So 6th house and 11th house, when they both are same together, then obviously you will be always being gained with that. So that is also very important that you will be having. Like in the Scorpio ascendant, then also it has happened. Then we go to the 7th house and 11th house. If there is an interchange, if both the lord are seated together, 7th house lord and 11th house lord seated together, then you have a gain in public life. People will recognize you, your social life will be very good, and people will give you lot of respect in your public life, because it's a 11th house is a social life also, social media also, and 7th house is a public life. As well as your spouse, once you get your spouse, your gain will start, your social circle will start. So that 7 and 11 interchange, pratiyuti or yuti gives a very good result. If 8th house and 11th house has a lord seated together, that is also, we all know that it is happen in the Scorpio ascendant when your 8th lord and 11th lord both are same Mercury. So if 8th house and 11th house interchange or both are seated together, you will be always have an inheritance gain and there is no fear. So that is also very good combination. If your 9th lord and 11th lord are seated together or interchange, 9th lord and 11th lord, then you have a religious desire fulfillment and you have a very good luck. Your luck always being favor when you apply it into the speculation, in gain, lottery. So that is 9-11 combination is also very good, that all your desire related to the religious. If you wish to visit all the beautiful place of a religious place, your desire will fulfill. So 9-11 combination is also very good. 10th house and 11th house yuti is there, suppose. That happens in the Aries, where 10th lord and 11th lord both are same. So in that situation, you will be always have a gain with whatever the deeds you do, you do the business, you do your profession, you will be always successful and you will get a good name, fame and recognition. That is a 10th house and 11th house having a yuti, they both sit together or both are same or interchange. When 12th lord and 11th lord have a yuti or pratiyuti, that happens in the Pisces ascendant when your 11th lord is also Saturn and 12th lord is also Saturn. Or otherwise your 11th lord and 12th lord seated together in any house, there will be always loss, turn into the gain. Loss that we what see 12 to 12 is the 11th house. So whatever you have a loss, that will turn into the gain. So all the loss you have made, ultimately you will turn into the, so many times the disaster will get a very good result in this. You also have to see the 11th house, if it is a Vargottam in D9 chart or any chart, whatever the divisional chart, your 11th house is a Vargottam or Bhavottam. Whatever the sign plays in the D1 chart in 11th house, that repeated in the any of the other chart, or your 11th lord, if it is a Vargottam, then you will be always being get a very good gain. It is very best for the getting gain. Suppose D9 is that, then you will be having a gain from your spouse. If it is a D10, then you have a gain from your career and profession. Likewise, whatever the division is there, wherever the 11th house lord is Vargottam or 11th house is a Bhavottam, both way it gives a very good result. Again, when planet transit over the 11th house, that is the time where your best desire will be fulfilled and you will get expected gain. Like Jupiter travel from your 11th house, when Saturn travel, it gives a delay, but it will surely give the best gain. Rahu transit, any planet transit from 11th. See, it is not good that a Venus, Ketu and Jupiter seated in the 11th house, but when they transit over the 11th house, it always gives the best desire fulfillment and expected gain will be get if the planet seated in the transit. Now I am going to share a very good remedy, or that can be called as a secret, that whoever is the lord of 11th house in your chart, who is the lord of your 11th house in D1 chart, who is the lord of 11th house, that planet color, grains, color, foods, if you use daily, suppose in the beginning of a day, if you use that grains, that will be a day when you get a maximum gain. Likewise, I say that if you are born in the Aries ascendant, then your 11th lord is Saturn. So whatever the Saturn color, like blue color, black color, if you use, that will always give you gain. The oil, if you use a oil in the morning, some of a oil or oily or fry item in the morning, that will be also very good for you on daily. So whoever, like a Taurus ascendant, it is 11th lord is Jupiter. So in the morning, if they start food with the sweet, if they start with the turmeric, if they start with the fruits, then it will be good. So this is a very short gain, a maximum gain and desire fulfillment trick, that whoever is your 11th lord in your chart, whoever is the 11th lord, see, you can utilize the planet seated in 11th house also, but the main is 11th lord, and everybody can utilize Jupiter, because Jupiter is a karaka of a 12th house, 11th house. So if you start your day with the sweet, that is every time it is good, but you have to utilize your planet. Suppose like you are Libra ascendant, so your 11th lord is the sun. So in the morning when you see the sunlight, or if you eat the wheat and bear that grain wheat, just take it out and swallow, that is a gain. For moon, everybody know moon is a rice, Mercury, Mars is a red dal, then Mercury is your mung, that is green dal, then chana dal for green, yellow dal for the Jupiter. For your Venus, you can just have a sugar also, that will be sufficient. For Saturn, it is urad dal. For Rahu, it is white til. And for Ketu, you can have a black til. So these all things, if you consume in the morning, just at the first beginning of a day, then your day will be gainful. So this is a secret I have to share with you, and such a kind of a maximum gain and desire fulfillment you will get. You have to see your 11th house combination. If your 11th house lord is worst place, that means you will never get your desire fulfilled and you will never get a good amount of a gain. I have given in the Ashtak Varga, my Ashtak Varga and Bhinnashtak Varga video also, that how much point you have in 3rd house and how much point you have in 11th house. That will decide how much desire you have, because third house is a rise of a desire and 11th house is a desire fulfillment. So how, out of how much of your desire, how many desire are going to fulfill? If more point is in the third house and less point, that means you have a more desire but less will be fulfilled. Or if your third house has a less point and 11th house a more point, that means you have a less desire but you will be going to fulfill more of a desire. So this way this is going to be work. So I hope you like this video. Just apply in your chart and see how much gain you have and how much desire fulfillment there in your chart. So such kind of knowledge and for consultation you can always contact me in the number, WhatsApp number given here. You may also contact me in my website www.dmastrology.com, or you can join me in my Facebook page or Instagram page Dharmesh Mehta or DM Astrology. I hope you will apply, you like. Do like, share and subscribe my channel DM Astrology and make it very successful. Thank you very much. Namaste.